Syracuse comes home for a huge game against number 22 Florida State. We're here to break it down on this web edition of Cuse Countdown. Tim Leonard, Corey Spector, Cameron MaCaulay. Guys, before we get to your keys and predictions for this one, we've got to hear from the man who scored 37 points against Florida State last year, Tyus Battle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they play hard. They get after it. And we have to be ready to play because they can beat anyone. They've proven they can beat anyone. So, I mean, every game in AC, you just got to be ready to play, and that's really it.
Tyus is right. This is a Florida State team that's deep, talented, and very balanced overall, and they're also very physical, Corey.
Yeah, and they might commit a lot of fouls. The issue for Syracuse is that they just can't knock down their free throws. Second to last in the conference in free throw percentage at 69%. So if SU gets to the line, you better make them or else this is a non-factor.
And to counter that point on the other end, Pascal Chukwu is a guy I think Florida State's going to exploit. He might be long and he might block shots, but he is not physical. He is a soybean out there. Look for Christ Kamanji to really try and put him on the block.
Two of the tallest players in the entire nation, really, with Christ Kamanji and Pascal Chukwu. But let's take a look at how these two teams match up statistically. Really pretty even. Florida State gets more points per game, but Cam, they actually play at a slower pace, or a quicker pace.
They play at a quicker pace, and part of it is they're not a great three-point shooting team. So when you're not a great three-point shooting team, look to push the tempo. Get easy buckets in transition. They're pretty good at rebounding. They push the tempo. They're going to really look to try and get run on Syracuse.
Right, and Florida State likes to move with tempo, but they can play either way because of that length, because of that height, and that could make them effective in the half-court offense.
Syracuse looking for their third straight victory. How do they get it done, Corey?
Tim, they have to box out Christ Kamanji and Terrence Mann, or else they're not going to win this game. Simply put, these two guys are really talented on the boards for Florida State. You look at Kamanji last year, 23 points, 8 rebounds against Syracuse. Those 23 points were a career high for him. Terrence Mann, probably the best slasher to the hole, the best defensive rebounding guard, maybe in the entire country, Cam. And this Florida State team grabbed 23 offensive rebounds against Syracuse last year. That's not going to get the job done, rather, in the Carrier Dome. So Syracuse got to box out.
And Corey, on the other side, they have to protect the paint to beat Florida State because we know what Florida State wants to do. They're a 33% shooting team from three-point land. They want to push it inside, get the ball inside. So not only Pascal Chukwu, but their weak side defenders have to be aware. Let them have some corner threes. See if they can make it. Make them beat you from three. Just don't let them win inside.
Last year, remember, this game was crazy. It went all the way to overtime. Tyus Battle went nuts down in Tallahassee. This time in the Carrier Dome, Cam, do you think Syracuse gets it done?
I think they do. 66-59 is my final score. And I think part of the reason behind this is simple. Florida State shoots 33%. Against the zone, that's not a good number to shoot. The zone is going to be packed in. They're going to let Florida State take threes. And I think Elijah Hughes and Buddy Boeheim, they beat Pitt. Wasn't pretty. Those guys didn't get going from three. I think if you get respectable three-point performances from them, they'll win this game.
Cameron, have you ever played 3 games in 8 days in 3 separate venues, 3 separate states?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay, well, that's what Syracuse just did. The issue with that is the lights are going to be tired. Florida State 73, Syracuse 65. The only way that Syracuse could really exploit this team is because Florida State gives the ball away. 14 turnovers a game. That's second highest in the ACC. Syracuse is not going to be able to do that because, quite frankly, they're not going to have the legs. Florida State comes into the Carrier Dome and wins.
I'm going with Cam on this one.
Oh,
I've got Syracuse 78-70. That's going to do it for this web edition of Cuse Countdown. For Corey Spector and Cameron MaCaulay, I'm Tim Leonard. Enjoy the game, Cuse Nation.